So we're back for the Orzhov Bounce House. Most of the cards in this list are going to be familiar to anyone who knows Pauper, but basically the game plan is Glint Hawk, ETB bounce an artifact, Core Skyfisher, ETB bounce a permanent, and then you're going to bounce either Tithing Blade to Edict or Lembas to draw a card over and 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 over until you eventually win the game. Rest of the cards in the deck are Thraben Inspector to make clues, which can of course be bounced. There's one Cauldron Familiar in this list. Don't know why that's here. I guess, yeah, you can bounce it with Skyfisher, but so what? I guess you can also, like, Lembas is a food, so you can get it back there, I suppose. Omen of the Dead to get back creatures from the graveyard, so you can use this in combination with Core Skyfisher to create a infinite loop. Not infinite in terms of putting everything out at once, but in terms of never running out of creatures. Cast down for removal, Deadly Dispute to sack your guys or any of your artifacts. Draw cards, make a treasure. Ike Wellspring, another Lembas type card. Then there's one Suffocating Fumes. Creatures your opponents control get -1, and you can cycle it. Tinker's Tote. ETB, create 2 1/1s, and you can sack it to gain 3 life. Indoctrination Attendant. 4 mana, 3/4 Toxic 1. ETB, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do, create a 1/1 Might, so a 4 mana version of Core Skyfisher, basically. Thorn of the Black Rose for the Monarch. Goliath Paladin for the initiative, and then 2 Trolls to cycle, or late game, you have a big troll. Sideboard. Circle Protection Blue for the Delver decks, for the Terror decks, rather. Dawnbringer Cleric, gain 2 or destroy an enchantment or exile a thing from a graveyard. This general use thing, you can bring it in against graveyard decks, you can bring it in against aggro decks, you can bring it in against decks that revolve around all that glitters. Dust to Dust for the artifact decks, Duress for the spell decks, and Arms of Hadar for the swarmy creature decks. Creatures target player controls get -1, or -2 rather. And Okiba Gang Shinobi, this is for the grindy matchups like Gardens, where you can just bounce your Thraben Inspector with the Ninja and then cause them to discard 2 cards. Lands are pretty straightforward. A whole bunch of white and black lands, a few artifact lands in case Glint Hawk doesn't have anything else to bounce. And you can also sack them to Deadly Dispute. So bounce lands, some fetch lands, 1 filter land, and Bojuka Bog. And that is the deck. So let's jump into our league. Oh, it's time to play a bunch of matches that take 10,000 clicks because of all the triggers. All right, we got a curve. We're good. I wish you could have customized settings. For example, if the game asks you whether you want to be the player or the draw, just have a setting in your profile that says, I always want to be on the play. Or instead of having to, like with Thraben Inspector's trigger, like you can choose to yield to it. Instead of every single match having to click always yield to trigger, just say, always yield to triggers from these cards, and then you could just type in all the cards that you want to always yield to, so you don't have to do it every single game. All right, Plains, Thraben, click, always yield to Thraben. Voldaren Epicure. Will they pop the blood to make this bigger? Yep, cut off the Rebirth, and then we can't block that, so... All right, now what? I almost certainly want to play Core Skyfisher this turn, right? Yeah, all right, we'll play Skyfisher and bounce the Thraben. Yeah, Bushwhacker, All right, let's block Blast Runner. We go to 6. All right, Lembas, trigger. Deadly Dispute on top, yes or no? I guess no. Bottom, drew a tap land, play Thraben, and they attack with everything. So let's block. We're taking 3 and going to 3, so we're just dead to a bolt. Chain Lightning. Dude, you could just Chain Lightning before combat. Like, you don't have to waste time going to combat. Like, I'll concede. You got it. All right, Dawnbringer, Arms of Hadar. All of that in. What's bad? Probably anything Monarch and Initiative related where they're just going to always have the opportunity to like haste creatures into us. I don't feel comfortable ever resolving any of these threats against a deck with haste creatures and that spews out a bunch of tokens. So cut all of those. And what else? Let's get rid of Omen of the Dead. It's more of a grindy card. Not have that. All right, this is acceptable. Actually, Suffocating Fumes is quite good against them, so it's definitely acceptable. Although we don't have white mana, but we don't have any white cards either. Swamp Go. Tap. All right, Swamp. What am I doing? Cycling Suffocating Fumes, probably. Back to them. Or if they play a threat, just cast downing the threat. Synthesizer. Goblin Bushwhacker. All right, let's just cycle this. We just need to hit cards that we can actually use. And I could just untap Sorcery Speed the Tithing Blade. All right, Tithing Blade. Chain Lightning, sure. The fact they're not playing any creatures is concerning. All right, Deadly Dispute, eat this. Play land, go. They're not burning us and they're not playing creatures. So weird. Chain Lightning, we're at 14. All right, Crystal Grotto, trigger. The Plains is on top, sure. So let's play Tinker's Tote. And then I think I'm just going to pop this treasure right now. The Skyfisher, the tote back. Cycles their land. Implement of Combustion. Sack, we go to 13. So here's the plains. I guess let's go to combat. Attack. All right, play the tote. Play Thraben. Galvanic Blastus. So do they just have all burn spells? You're kidding me. Double Blast. How do they go from a deck that's running like Epicure, Blast Runner, Bushwhacker, and then they just don't have any creatures this game? It doesn't make any sense. Synthesizer, exiling a furnace. All right, I'm in danger of dying, so I probably just need to gain life off the tote. It's 2 mana to do, or no, it's 1 mana to do it? Okay. Tithing Blade, trigger. Let's go to combat. Attack with everything. They're at 9. All right, pass, I suppose. Synthesizer, trigger, revealing Voldaren Epicure. Plays a mountain. All right, let's do it now so that they can't blast us in response after the trigger. All right, we're at 8. Let's do triggers. We go to 7. Tomb Raider. So they just haven't been playing any creatures all this time to play around edicts or something. Bushwhacker. All right, let's kill the Tomb Raider. Well, we go to 3. Is the last card in their hand a bolt? No. So 4, 6, 7. They don't die. So let's pop the clue. Lembus. All right, we can gain some life. Trigger. Bottom that. Pop the Lembus to gain life. Bog them, I guess. All right, let's attack with Skyfisher, Gnome. This puts them to 5. Let's attack with another Gnome. Blood away a land. Okay. Sack the Synthesizer, revealing a Epicure. Plays the Epicure. Tomb Raider. Swing. Block here. Blast Runner. All right. So, Hadar you. And then we win on the attack. All right, that was seemingly correct. So let's just do that again. All right, we got 2 lands. We've got Edict, or Skyfisher. I'll keep Mountain Dude. Swamp go. Synthesizer, revealing Mountain. Koldatha, Rebirth. Man, so we're just going to be too slow. So Edicting here doesn't matter. I could Skyfisher to block, bouncing a land, but then we're even further behind on Arms of Hadar. I guess I got to do it and just hope they don't have a burn spell for Skyfisher. I think that's the best way because it's a way to repeatably block stuff. The alternative is just to cast like a Wellspring and try to hit more lands. We'd have to hit 2 lands in a row and still survive until they get there. I don't know. Like I feel like we're probably not winning the game unless I Arms of Hadar them at some point. So Skyfisher here seems pretty awkward. All right, let's Ichor Wellspring. Well, there's a land. Synthesizer, exiling Bolt. Well, I guess I'm glad I didn't play Skyfisher now. Bolt us. Then we take another 4, go to 10. This is not when it leaves. It's when it dies, right? Glint Hawk. That is the same mana. I can't do anything else anyway. Okay, so Skyfisher, pick up Ichor Wellspring, play this. I guess we grab a Plains. Yeah, over to them. Because there's a possibility we'll want to go like Skyfish, Glint Hawk, or Glint Hawk plus Cast Down or something. Bolt Arc Skyfisher out of the way. Cracks the Synthesizer, reveals Blast Runner. All right, untapped land off the top. Let's go. Untapped land off the top. It's the only way we're getting out of this. There we go. Untapped land off the top. Hadar you. I'm surprised they even committed another guy. Oh, actually, they exiled it, right? So they had to have played it that turn. Tomb Raider. I probably just want to get out of burn range. So let's Dawnbringer, Cleric. Gain 2 life. And then Tithing Blade. We can always pick it up next turn. So eat your dude. Over to them. No actions on their part, eh? All right, combat. Swing. All right, Skyfisher. Trigger, pick this dude up, play him again, gain some life. I'm not going to play the Glint Hawk right now because I want to pick up Wellspring with it rather than Tithing Blade. All right, so I assume they just have all burn spells that can't target our stuff. I don't know what they have that they're not doing anything. Ichor, Wellspring, Trigger, Tithing Blade. All right, combat, swing. So I haven't played a land this turn. Let's just cycle the troll. Grab Swamp, play Swamp, Skyfisher, pick up Dawnbringer, cast Glint Hawk, pick up Ichor Wellspring, over to them. Galvanic blasting us for 2. Implement. Cycle with the Koldatha Rebirth. Okay. Bushwhacker. All right. Block. We're at 3. So Dawnbringer, gain life. Let's play Wellspring. Gabog them. Tithing Blade. I'll attack with 1 of the Skyfishers. I think I can afford to attack with 1 of them. They're attacking. Block here. Okay. Galvanic blast us to 3. Galvanic blast us to 1. And the festivities. Come on. This is yet another reason I hate burn. How much life did we gain that match? How many times did we trigger Dawnbringer Cleric? Doesn't even matter. They still just burn you out. I remember even in older Modern, I was playing, I think, Devoted Druid, and I had Kitchen Finks, or it was some Kitchen Finks combo deck or whatever, and I gained 6 life off 1 Kitchen Finks during a game, and it wasn't even close to being enough to stop lethal. All black spells, no black mana, but I do have Troll, so it's fine. I just can't believe the last round. They cast 3 half-mast Galvanic Blasts, and it was still good enough to kill us exactly. Why'd they even bother attacking with their token? All right, land, go. So land, Blood Fountain, Candy Trail. So presumably Dimir / Grixis Affinity, given these cards. All right, cycle the Troll. I don't know that I even need an untapped land because there's nothing to do here, right? I guess maybe if they play a creature, I'd cast down it. All right, let's just grab a swamp. Play this, go. I guess I would also cycle Suffocating Fumes, so I should just have an untapped land here. All right, it is Grixis Affinity. Somber Hoverguard. All right, I'm not going to cast down that because I'm just going to cast Tithing Blade. So let's just cycle this. Play Tithing. So eat the Hoverguard, play Thraben. Great Furnace, Myrrh Enforcer. It's so frustrating too, because even if I kill their guys, they just Blood Fountain them back and play them all over again. Tithing Blade to kill our Thraben, sure. So the obvious move would be kill this, but I really just need to hit more lands. Let's pop the Clue, try to hit a land. Let's leave Plains up, because I probably want to go Skyfisher, bounce my Tithing Blade more than anything else. Well, we didn't hit a land, so back to them. They didn't pop their Candy Trail, even though they could have. Chunk from Myrrh Enforcer, go to 16. All right, well, now we have a land. So play this, play Tithing Blade, and then they have a sack outlet, of course. Bargain, All right, Skyfisher. So pick the Tithing Blade back up. I think this is another example of they don't think about the implications of when they print more cards that do the same thing. So like, Deadly Dispute's obviously the best version of this effect, but it's very frustrating playing against a deck where you can't kill their stuff because they can just instant speed sack it to draw cards. But it's okay if your opponent only has like 4 of those, right? If they have 4 of those, okay, sure. But when you have 12 of them, it's just ridiculous. Somber Hoverguard, Krark Clan Shaman, and they're still representing that mana. All right, I'm going to stop on their upkeep. So let's Tithing Blade. Sacking a thing to the Krark Clan Shaman? I don't understand why they're doing this. Why would you want the Tithing Blade to be in your graveyard? Or, okay. I don't get it. Pick this up. Why did they... Oh, did they... Maybe it was a misclick. Maybe they thought they were... No, because you still have to click on the artifact that you're sacking. So yeah, I don't get it. Why? I'm so confused. Blood Fountain on Hoverguard, Myrrh Enforcer. Okay. Plays Hoverguard. All right, cast down the Hoverguard. And now we can just run away with the game with the initiative and the Monarch. Goliath Paladin. Back to them. All right, yeah. So they can't get the initiative back, and then they're just going to lose. So Dust to Dust. Is that it? Do I want Duress? Maybe. All right, what do I not want? Cauldron Familiar seems pretty bad. Tinker's Tote seems pretty bad. What does this guy do exactly? He's another bounce dude of power level that just doesn't matter. That can go. I guess Suffocating Fumes is also bad. They tend to have a bazillion cards in their hand, right? So that makes Duress a card that I might want. Yeah, I guess let's do that. Maybe Duress isn't the card. Maybe you want Akiba Gang. I don't know. This is okay, but there's nothing for us to bounce, but I'm gonna keep this. Vault of Whisper, Blood Fountain. Honestly, this deck should probably just have Blood Fountain in it. Obscure Storefront, Trigger. I usually want the other planes. I definitely want it because of Dust, so let's grab the planes. Somber Hoverguard. All right, well, we need to draw something now. That's not something. I can Dust both their lands next turn if I don't play Skyfisher, so we're not going to. Myrrh Enforcer into... They just tapped for no reason. Okay. Take 3 from Hoverguard. All right, then. Dust the Enforcer and the black mana. Hoverguard. All right, Tithing Blade. So I do need to troll first. Swamp Cycle. Play Tithing Blade. Oh, don't have Rebuke. Really? Yeah. And now I can't even play my Glint Hawk. All right, we take 6. We go to 9. Blood's a land away. All right, Lumbus. So yield to this. Bottom that. Tithing Blade. You gotta be kidding me. They have another Rebuke as the last card in their hand. Yep. Candy Trail. 1/1. The Scry. They didn't attack. I assume that's a misclick. All right, Skyfisher. So bounce the Limbus and then cast down one of these guys. They didn't pop their Candy Trail either. Once again, I don't understand. Okay, we win. Is that a shame scoop? Potentially. We're on the play for round 3. This hand's fine. We'll keep this. Play Thraben. Ice Tunnel, so Terror probably. I guess if it's a swamp, it could also be... It's probably Terror until I know otherwise. Combat, attack, Vault. I think I actually played Lembus, not the core Skyfisher. Bottom that. My thinking is that if I'm going to bounce something, it's going to be the Lembus, and then that draws me a card. It was an iffy one. All right, attack with the Thraben. Play another Thraben. All right, they're representing counter mana, so I'm just not going to allow them to counter anything relevant. Let's just pass with clue tokens open. Pop a clue, combat, swing. So play a land, play Skyfisher. All right, they are countering that. So over to them, another land. All right, pop the clue, combat, swing, swing. All right, let's play the tote and see if they try to counter this. There's a counter. All right, storefront, trigger, grab a swamp, then over to them. They're just not doing anything. All right, they have to run out of counter spells at some point, right? Combat, swing. I'm just going to say that they don't have counters at this point. If they have yet another counter, then okay, sure, you got us. Goliath Paladin. They have counterspell number 3. Jesus. All right. Mental Note, discard Fang's Island. Terror. All right, Tithing Blade. Go to combat. Swing, swing. Let's Deadly Dispute the Lembus. All right, over to them. Lorien Revealed, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Combat, attack. All right, how about Thorn? Monarch. Go to my end step. Monarch. Opponent cast down Thorn, sure. Deep Analysis. Gurmag. All right, try to cast this down. It is cast down. Combat. Attack with the Thrabins. These Thrabins have dealt a lot of damage, eh? Let's play Troll, Basilica, bounce this, then end step Monarch. Deep Analysis. Tap land. They seem extremely dead. They have to answer the Troll, and then, yeah, okay. Oh, let's see. So, Cop Blue, although that doesn't stop Gurmag, but it stops the rest of their stuff. Duress for sure. Okiba Gang. Don't want the cat. Don't want Suffocating Fumes. Don't want Tote. Don't want this dude. What else is cuttable? I really don't know what else to cut, because I don't think I want to cut any of the bounce package. I definitely don't want to cut any removal. Deadly Dispute maybe, because it's kind of awkward to cast this into potential counter spells, but it's still good. Maybe I can cut 1 and an Iker Wellspring. All right, this hand's fine, although a little awkward with the Basilica, but sure. Swamp, go. Second island. All right, if they want to counter this Lembus, that's fine. Brainstorm in response. Spell Pierce, sure. Thought Scour, mill some stuff over, including a Chainer's Edict. A white mana, you say. Cast Thraben. Counterspell. All right. Well, we're not doing anything else, so back to them. Brainstorm, Brainstorm, tap land. I see. I actually don't have anything to do here. I'm not playing Skyfisher because I'm not going back on lands, and I'm not playing Tithing Blade when they don't have a card. All right. Basilica, bounce Swamp. Over to them. Terror. Gurmag, still representing counterspell. Tap this for Tithing Blade, and there's the counterspell. God damn it. What do I even do here? Now I'm out of removal. All right, Skyfisher, pick up a swamp, play the swamp, go. Deep Analysis, snuff out our guy, and then this is 10 a turn. Incredible. All right, let's swamp cycle this. God damn, that set me back a turn, so now I have to play Paladin and can't also play Thraben. We're just gonna lose the game anyway, though. It doesn't matter. Tap, tap, tap. Paladin. All they need is 1 removal spell and we're dead. Yep. I think this is still correct, so just play this back. No lands, Malt. All right, this is okay. What am I shipping? Probably Goliath Paladin, because I'm more likely to be able to get this on time, and I might need to cycle the Troll. All right, put Goliath back. So Obscura Storefront, grab a swamp, over to them. All right, Lembus. Thought Scours in response, sure. Milling over Terror Brainstorm, sure. Top the Lembus. Back to the play Lembus. Top card's Basilica. I guess that's fine to draw right now. All right, grab that. Basilica, bounce, over to them. Brainstorm, Mental Note, milling over, among other things, Deep Analysis. Taking damage to Deep Analysis themselves. No land. All right, can I sneak Thorn of the Black Rose through this turn? I don't think there's a 1 mana counterspell that stops it. Cleanup step from 9 card. Discarded Island Philagi. Thorn. We get the Monarch. That is huge. Drew Skyfisher. Thought Scour, milling over Gurmag, Crawl from the Cellar. Brainstorm. Plays a land. All right. So I've got, what? Skyfisher, replay Lembus, Duress. So let's Duress them. Snuff out, annul, counterspell, Spell Pierce, Spell Pierce. I guess I'll just take counterspell. All right. Let's see if Circle Protection Blue slips through. I guess it's fine. Okay, let's go Skyfisher, pick up Lembus, play Lembus. Just resolved immediately? Huh. All right, combat, swing. So Gurmag, I assume, is coming out. So Gurmag, holding up all the counter spells. So they can straight up annul the Tithing Blade. I mean, they can't counter Troll. I could just play Troll. All right, let's cast Troll. And then I'll attack them with Skyfisher. Monarch, we get Goliath Paladin. So they got a snuff out that can only kill this and not either of these two. And then a bunch of counter spells that aren't doing anything for them on the board. Puts a counter here. I don't know why, because I can still just trade with it. So they're tapping out. All right, We won the match. On to round 4. All right, this is fine. We'll keep Swamp. So Plains, go to them. Second Swamp, Lembas. All right, we're probably doing the mirror. So Swamp cycling, Swamp, play this, play Lembas. Top card is Tithing Blade, which is fine. Back to them. Play another Lembas. Plays a Swamp. We're gonna have to discard the hand size at this point, because I go Glint Hawk, bounce the Lembas, Orzhov, bounce a land, and then I'm still at 8 cards and I have to discard. How do I avoid doing that? Deadly Dispute this, but then we're still in the same boat unless I find something else to play. So then I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Then I'd be at 9 cards. If I am discarding, what am I discarding? All right, I think I can't afford, like if they have Thorn of the Black Rose, I can't afford to allow them to play that without me having a creature in play. So Basilica, pick this up. And then let's just discard Cast Down, I guess. Tithing Blade, eat our dude. All right, Lembas, Tithing Blade, bottom. We have so much removal already. All right, so back to them. Maybe I should have kept a Cast Down so that if they did play a guy here, I could just shoot it. Are they just mono black, or have they just failed to draw a single white source all this time? Deadly Dispute my Lembas. All right, well, we're going to get to resolve the initiative here. So tap, tap, tap. Goliath Paladin. We actually have to discard the hand size again. All right, I'll discard a Swamp. A Swamp? No, I guess I discard Plains. Fungal Infestation to make a guy. Really? Who in the world plays this in their main deck? Okay. Wow. I'm just shocked. So they take the initiative. I've literally never seen anyone ever play this card. Well, I can take the initiative back. I guess it's better if I kill this and then take it back. So Tithing, because I don't want to play the Goliath only for them to just kill it and take it back again. Play this, play Indoctrination Attendant, trigger. I would like to bounce Blade back to my hand, over to them. And then the best thing they can do is just scry this turn, and then we can take the initiative. So they scried 1/1. Defile, kill the Might. Okay. Tithing Blade, kill our dude. Back to us. All right. Tap this, tap this, tap this, tap this. Goliath, take the initiative back. I guess I'll scry. Definitely want Thorn. Kind of don't want Deadly Dispute, but at the same time kind of do want it. Let's top both of them. Grotto, Skyfisher. I'm going to pick up Goliath in case they take the initiative back somehow. I don't know. It's also better off just as a another way to re-steal the initiative than it is to have it in play and potentially get killed. Tithing Blade, So make a treasure. Then we'll tap this, this, and this to Thorn of the Black Rose. So now we get the Monarch in addition to the initiative. Bajuka Bogyu. And let's just pass as point. Monarch trigger. Drew Deadly Dispute. Colony Garden. It's Golgari Gardens, and they just haven't drawn any green sources the whole game? Huh. Flip the Tithing Blade, sure. Let's Deadly Dispute on a treasure token. All right, so initiative, make a skeleton, tap this, 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 and this, replay the Goliath, and we get the initiative again, and then we immediately go to the last. All right, I have a larger than normal Thraben Inspector. Combat, attack with this. Thraben, trigger, cast Skyfisher, trigger, pick up Thraben, cast Thraben again. All right, this is looking pretty good. Monarch, draw Thraben, Deadly Dispute Lembas, Colony Garden, make another plant, flip Tithing Blade, sure. All right, initiative triggers again. We go and grab a plane. Play this. Play Thraben. Combat. Attack with everything. Opponent goes to 5. Pop a clue, I guess. I don't know. Lembas. Trigger. Bottom that. Draw Omen of the Dead. All right, just pass the turn. Monarch, draw. All right, they're at 7. We're at 16. Kind of shocked they're still playing this. Nope, they just refuse to give up. Crypt Rats. With 6 mana. Well, I guess that isn't out. Well, they're going to be forced to blow the field up anyway, so I may as well Deadly Dispute on, one of the bad guys. Eat Thraben. It's in my graveyard. Man, am I going to, deck out? Let's pop a clue. Actually, let's just pop Lembas. All right. I mean, they're at 7, right? So scry, bottom, combat. All right, Crypt Rats, blow up the field. They go to 1. So then Omen of the Dead. So Omen of the Dead, trigger targeting Skyfisher, then cast Skyfisher. It enters, then we pick up Omen, then we cast Omen. We get back Skyfisher, we cast Skyfisher, then we pick up Omen, we cast Omen. And what else do we have in here? Indoctrination, dude. Am I out of basics? How many do I have? 5? No, I'm not. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. Skira Storefront, trigger, grab, Swamp. Tap this, Ichor Wellspring. All right, I forgot I had all these extra treasures. Indoctrination, trigger, bounce the Omen. All right, over to them. And we draw. And we discard something. All right, they're at 3. We're at 12. And we've got this. Avenging Hunter to take the initiative. Okay. They make a treasure. Chainer's Edict. Sack the Might. Witch's Cottage to put Crypt Rats back on top of their deck. All right. Cast Tithing Blade. Okay. Gardens. All right. Duress and Okiba Gang. Suffocating out. What else? Cauldron Familiar might be okay, but it's probably not good. Let's get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of Tote because it's just another thing that puts threats on the board, and it makes 2 bodies, so it's like pretty good against edicts. I'm definitely not getting rid of Deadly. So what does that leave me with to cut? Iker, and I honestly don't really want to cut anything else. All right, I'm fine with this. Let's run 61 cards. Maybe Cast Down could have been cut because they don't have that many creatures usually, and they do have sack outlets like Deadly Dispute. Oh yeah, this is fine. Witch's Cottage. All right, let's duress them. Deadly, Deadly, Fanatical. Well, I'll take Deadly. Play this, play Thraben, then over to them. Colony Garden, so now they have their sack outlets in play. All right, combat, attack, block, they'll eat it. Deadly Dispute. All right, let's just eat this guy now. So tap, tap, eat Thraben. Actually, I don't even need to do that, right? I can just clue. Yeah, okay, clue, Basilica, bounce this, over to them. Tithing Blade, yeah, that's what I was worried about, but I figured, like, it forces them to have it and use it. Oh, we can get Thorn out? Oh, no, they don't have a map. They can make a map and then map their plant. That's a lot of ifs. All right, let's play Thorn of the Black Rose. They have to have removal, also have the mana for Fanatical, and then Fanatical something, and then map, and then the map has to not hit a land. Like, oh, they're just going to Fanatical now. This could be rough. Fanatical, the map, make another map. All right, I don't know what's in their hand anymore. Lembus. All right, I guess they don't have an out unless, no, Snuff Out doesn't kill it. All right, we retained the Monarch. Whew. Let's also get initiative going. Goliath, initiative, room trigger, grabbing a Womp, and then no attacks. Trigger Fanatical on this just to make another guy. All right, what am I ditching? I guess Tithing Blade? No, I want that for Glint Hawk. Let's just bin a land. Okay, yeah. So they have to have double removal, or 1 piece of removal at least, and then double attack with these. Kills Goliath Paladin. All right, so block the plant. All right, they steal the initiative and the Monarch, and cast down our dude. All right, well, we can at least get the initiative back. So tap, 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 tap. Play Goliath. Get this back. Scry. I kind of don't want either of these right now, so bottom both. Play Swamp. Over to them. Actually, I should have played this first so that I could play Glint Hawk, shouldn't I have? Yeah. Ugh. I could have bounced. I was thinking I didn't have anything to bounce, but I had the Vault that I could have bounced. And now it's just going to be a struggle to get both of these back. Bog us. Yep. All right. Let's tap this for Lembus. Okiba Gang Shinobi is not going to work if they just keep killing everything. So bottom that. Play Glint Hawk. Trigger. Pick up the Lembus. Then let's Tithing the token. They're just going to sack it. They must have a sack. All right, Snowfield. I assume they have both a sack and a way to kill Glint Hawk, so let's just make sure that we have the ability to sack Glint Hawk at instant speed. All right, they are up to Stash. Deadly Dispute. Blood Fountain. Do they actually have any creatures in their yard? They don't, do they? Blooding away a Swamp. Deadly a Lembus. No attacks. Monarch trigger. They've got to have an answer to Glint Hawk, right? They've got to. Combat. Swing. Wow, they don't? They actually don't. Wow. Steal both of these. So make a treasure. Monarch return. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Tap this, tap this, tap this. Indoctrination Attendant. I would like to bounce Glint Hawk to my hand. I haven't played a land this turn, right? All right, bounce this to my hand. Play this. Play Tithing Blade. Get rid of the Sapperling. And then over to them. Monarch trigger. Lembus. Crypt Rat. I mean, that's fine. All right, well, since they're going to blow the field up anyway, Deadly Dispute, eating my might. Make a skeleton. All right, with that on the stack, let's kill Crypt Rat so we get to retain our skeleton. So cast down here. Sup, Torque. So then they have to pop it to kill our guys. Then we'll respond with Deadly Dispute this. And do I want them to let them just kill this? I guess that's fine. I probably want to get something on the board after that. I don't know. Maybe not even. All right, Deadly, eat this guy. Then Crypt Rats resolves. Then this fizzles out. Then we make a skeleton. Jesus. All right, then I can actually cast this troll right now if I want to, I guess. I don't know. All right, Glint Hawk. Pick up Tithing Blade. Then Swamp. Then we're at 8 cards, so I'm pitching a land. All right, that's fine. Oh, right. I have to discard 2. All right, so just discard the Basilicas. Venging Hunter to take the initiative. Yep. Thorn of the Black Rose to take the Monarch. All right. How's Magic been treating me today? Often good and bad. Troublemaker. Sure. Not bargaining anything. Okay. All right, let's cast down this. So Monarch trigger resolves. Cast Tithing Blade. Cast Tithing Blade. Then combat, attack. All this stuff triggers. And we get all the stuff back. And then the final room triggers. Throne, put a Goliath Paladin into play, which triggers the initiative again, which triggers again, which goes finds a land. And then we get the Monarch. And then we play this. And then I'll just kill this while they're tapped out. And then screw it, I'll spend all my treasures to cast a troll. Tap, tap, tap. Treasure, 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 treasure. Get me a troll. End step Monarch. Back to them. So they can what? Blood Fountain back, Avenging Hunter, play it, and then get the initiative, but then they're still just dead on the board? Well, they get the Avenging Hunter back, they trigger the final room, they get a second creature out, but then again, they're still just dead on the board. Blood Fountain targeting Oof and Hunter. So then Hunter, they get the initiative, they get the throne room, they revealed this. Thorn of the Black Rose, steal the Monarch back. Plays a tap land. They're not going to play the Oof? All right. Well, cast down on Hunter. Tithing Blade. All right. What a game. On the play for the 5th and final round. Our only land's a Basilica, so Molt. All right. Much better. What am I chucking? One of the trolls? Question mark? But the best thing I can do is just land Goliath Paladin. The Tinker's Toe is just not even that good, right? All right. I'll chuck that. What's the deck? Orzhov, Bounce. So Bojuka Bog, Island. All right, Swamp Cycle this. Let's go grab the dual land. Play the dual land. Go. All right, another Terror deck, probably. Lorien Revealed. Grabbing Aquifer. All right, it's Dimir Terror again. Play this. Go. Play this. Go. So 100% they've got Counterspell. Augur of Bolus. Revealing Lorien Revealed. Even if they don't, I can't play it now because they'll just kill it and attack and then steal the initiative. All right, let's Tithing Blade. Are you really going to counter this? Yeah, I didn't think so. Play Lembas, trigger that. Sure, removal, top, play land, go. I want to honestly just cycle the troll because, again, I just can't ever be in a position where I'm just hard casting it. It's either going to die or get countered. I just need to overwhelm them with a superior mana. Thorn of the Black Rose, damn it. Well, I can at least get the initiative into play, right? No, I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm short. All right, cycle the troll. Grab a swamp. If I just had the mana to do both, but I don't. All right, Skyfisher. So let's pick up Lembas. Let's play Lembas. Another Skyfisher, sure. Harder for them to kill 2 of them. At this point, I might just want Tithing Blade back in my hand, actually, depending on what they do next turn. Because if they just untap and drop, like, multiple terrors or something, or even just 1 terror, I probably need to kill multiple of their guys. Snuff out. Multiple removal spells of terror, and they're still representing counterspell. It's so annoying. Cast down, Tithing Blade. Well, let's eat this now while they're tapped out, I suppose. Back to them, and then we're just getting slammed by terror, and they have a draw engine that costs them nothing that we can't take. Another terror. Wonderful. Isn't it great that this costs 1 mana? 5/5 Ward 2. Doesn't cost you anything to play it. Play this thing. Let's try to play Thorn. Behold the Multiverse. 1 top, 1 bottom. All right, take the Monarch. Another Deadly Dispute. Ponder. Augur of Bolus. Snuff out, which can't kill this, thankfully. Swing. All right, block here, block here. We've actually retained the Monarch for now. Agony Warp? What? So we don't even kill their terror? Oh, and another Augur, so that if we had Edicts, they'd be completely useless. There's no out. There's no possible way I can... Yeah, all right, we're dead. Okiba Gang, Duress. This one. Cat out. Iker out. This out. Tote out. This guy's too expensive. Deadly out. All right. This sand's fine. Keep. Plains go. This. Play the Lembas. Sure, top that. Back to them. Skyfisher. Counter it. Sure. Play a Plains. Glint Hawk. Pick up the Lembas. Over to them. Combat. Attack. All right. Let's see if they have counterspell number 2 for Thorn. No, they don't. Brainstorm. We both still, I just noticed, we both still have 20 minutes on the clock. The first game felt like it took so long. Echoing Decay on the Glint Hawk. Chainer's Edict, sure. As long as we still retain this, oh my gosh, Goliath Paladin, here we come. Initiative, which is 3 separate triggers. And then every single room is its own thing. Lorien Reveal just to draw cards, sure. All right, Forge here. Then Goliath, trigger, trap them. Then we'll Basilica. Pick up a land, combat, swing, and then Monarch triggers. Oh my gosh, and it's Omen of the Dead, so we can get back a thing they kill. Murmuring Mystic. All right, we draw a card off the Undercity. Let's duress them. All right, they're conceding to that. This still seems correct. Let's run this back. All right, this hand is super, super slow, but actually we got Troll to fix for mana. All right, we'll keep. All right, over to them. Cycle Lorien, grabs the tap land, plays the tap land. All right, cycle the Troll, Swamp, play this, let's play Lembas. Top is a land. I kind of like need removal, like actual actions. Bottom that. Maestro's Theater. All right, Glint Hawk, counterspell. Sure. Ancient Den, Core Skyfisher, pick the Lembas up, over to them. Snuff out our dude. Thorn of the Black Rose. Oh, it's so frustrating. Monarch and Initiative. I understand I'm also playing Monarch Initiative, but goddamn, it's so fucking stupid. I hate this mechanic so much. Lembas, that. Our own Thorn. All right. Deadly. Eat this. All right, so I guess next turn I go Duress Thorn. So over to them. Terror, Duress. Oh, I don't have an untapped land. God. Oh no, I have the treasure token. All right, so Duress. Nile Spellbomb, Echoing, Cast Down. All right, take Cast Down. We'll get it back for a turn. All right, Thorn. Give me the Monarch. Let's go Basilica. Bounce this. I can't even block because then the Echoing Truth, they just target here. Attacks with Tolarian Terror. No blocks. I guess I could have blocked it and then retained the Monarch. Nile Spellbomb. Yeah, I actually should have done that because now this just targets Thorn of the Black Rose. Duress. I'm thinking I can Duress them and then play Goliath. Echoing Decay. Lorien Revealed Cycle. All right, take Snuff out. So land. They get 2 draws. They get the Nile draw and they get their regular draw. So Goliath. So the initiative. All right, over to them. So we have the initiative. They have the Monarch. Swing. All right, so block here, block here. So the Thorns trade and these just bump off each other. Plays Island. So they clearly don't have removal. All right, so they're just playing a blocker. Sure. Oh, I need to Lost Well here. I got to find a way to get rid of this. So Lost Well, Tithing Blade, and Cast Down. All right, so I do want both of these. So top. Cast Down here. Counterspell. Oh, man. All right, Circle Protection blue. Play land. Play Skyfisher. Pick up a land. And then back to them. Attacking there. All right, so block here. Trade. F. All right, well, at least they can't take the initiative from us at the moment. Stash. Treasure. So Tithing Blade. Steal. Sabotage. Tap this. Core Skyfisher. Bounce this. Play Storefront. Trigger. Grab this one. Over to them. Murmuring Mystic is the last goddamn card in their hand to spell that they're going to use to block me. Circle. No blocks. They draw. All right, we make a skeleton. Combat. Attack with this. Casts Cast Down on our guy and makes a burn. All right. Well, I'm not going to ninja stuff in, so let's just play Shinobi. And now I have to circle everything here. Initiative and Monarch are some of the worst mechanics ever designed. Oh, now they can attack with everything. So I've got to block Murmuring Mystic so that we can circle everything else. Swing with the birds. All right, circle. Bird, circle, bird. Nothing happened. Drawing an extra card every turn is doing a better job of getting them ahead than this Undercity is doing for me. Chainer's Edict, flashback. I guess I'm going to keep Shinobi, so sack my skeleton. And eventually I'm not going to have enough mana to keep picking off all these fucking birds. This is only to me, right? It's not anything in general to me. All right, so Undercity, we got to hit something good. Thorn of the Black Rose to steal the Monarch. And then I have to keep mana open every turn to hit every single one of these birds. All right. Yeah. Thorn of the Black Rose. Boom. Steal the Monarch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially 6 if they play a spell. All right. So I can play Storefront this turn. Grab a Plains. Monarch trigger. Bolas. Problem is, how do I get all this shit off the board? Is the problem. Edicts. Again with the Edicts. So I'm going to lose Okiba Gang. They just didn't bother to attack. Sure. Grab the last basic in our deck. Play a Swamp, play Thraben, make a Clue. How much do I need? I have 1 thing on the ground, another thing on the ground. I need 5 mana. Okay, let's just pass to them. Just pass. Hopefully we can draw our way out of this, but the birds are a problem. Trigger, drew a land. It's only turn 12, so they flash back this thing. Yep. All right, it resolves. We lose Thraben Inspector. Another Terror. All right, crack the Clue. Let's dispute our treasure token. So this Tithing Blade is really, really bad. Now, Lost Well. Bottom. I guess Skyfisher's a block, so sure. Tap this. Back up. Let's do this. Tithing Blade. Sacking Augur. How much mana do I need to keep open? A lot. All right, Core Skyfisher. Pick up the Blade. I guess this is the same thing as keeping it up versus not keeping it up. All right, play the Blade again. Trigger. Let's play Thraben. Clue. Over to them. Monarch. We drew cast down. Thorn of the Black Rose. F. Takes the Monarch back. Uh-huh. All right. Cast down the Murmuring Mystic. And clue. Well, a second Circle of Protection is just redundant. So now we got to get this back. Initiative. Make a treasure. I guess I could force attacks, right? Wow, we're just drawing nothing, eh? All right, and this thing can attack, and then we can't block it except with our Thorned, and we have to trade. All right, combat. They can triple block with the birds, but what else are we gonna do? We've just like drawn absolutely no action. Oh, they're just gonna chump it with one bird, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I spend 5 to flip this, I still have 5 to name all their blue cards with. Flip this over, exile Thraben out of the yard, then play Basilica, and pick up this. Over to them. I am forced to trade Thorns if they attack. Lorien revealed. Yeah, swing, block here. And the Thorns bounce. Or they don't bounce, they both die. Plays another terror, then they draw. Okay, upkeep. Initiative and this thing trigger. So we make a skeleton. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, hang on. Thraben. Trigger, clue. Pop clue. Tithing Blade, you say. Tithing Blade. Counterspell. Uh-huh. Will they not triple block again? They didn't the first time. All right, swing. All right, they are just triple blocking this time. I don't know why they didn't last time. All right, so kill 2 of these guys, and then we'll play Basilica. Bounce this. Over to them. I mean, technically, like, we can just keep circling every one of these guys every single turn, and so we'll never actually take any damage from them. So is the plan just wait until they run out of cards? Yeah, do that. Triggers. Hey, we get the thing. All right. Glint Hawk, because it's actually a flying guy that can steal the Monarch. All right, we get a 4/4 Glint, or a 5/5 Glint Hawk, which triggers, and then we will pick up the Tithing Blade. Jesus. All right, cast the Tithing Blade. How many counter spells have they gone through? 2, 3. Steal, Sabotage. Sure. All right, here's Circle of Protection blue again in case they somehow deal with the first one. Land. Over to them. We only have to mill 20 cards from their deck. Behold the Multiverse. Uh-huh. 1 and 1 with Behold. Lorien revealed. All right, at this point, I'm going to Deadly one of my Thrabens, just in case they don't have the counterspell right now. Dispel, sure. All right, Lorien revealed resolves. Brainstorm. Augur Bolus. Uh-huh. Do they only have 13? They only have 13 cards in their deck? All right, because they've drawn a whole bunch. Monarch, they're at 12 cards in their deck. Initiative again. I think we're out of basics, right? Yeah, we're out of basics. Okay. Play this. Combat. Do I even want to steal the Monarch from them at this point? What was still in my deck? I may not even want to steal it from them anymore. You know what? I don't. Let's let them deck out. I'm pretty sure, so they've been to 2 Thorns already, right? I'm pretty sure they don't have a way to actually get through. Bolus, snuff out, uh-huh. So they can snuff out the Glint Hawk, that's fine. Murmuring Mystic, yeah. Initiative, Lost Well, I guess. Scry, top. Oh, I meant to do that in the other order. Can I back up? It won't let me back up? All right, bottom that then. This, Lembus. I guess I have the Lembus, so I would never have decked out, right? So I should have attacked them. All right, top this. Play this guy. Actually, that's not true, because if I'm drawing 2 cards a turn, I could deck out. Combat. Attack with the Glint Hawk. Snuff out. Yep. All right, it dies. Oh, I could have used this clue to draw a card. I don't know. How much mana do I have? Probably enough to pay for all this, right? 8 cards left in their deck. Swing, 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 swing. Circle. Tap, tap. Circle. Pick here. Circle. Here. Circle. Here. Circle. Here. No blocks. This is kind of an annoying tactic just to make me waste time clicking everything, but what am I going to do? Pop the clue. Pop the... All right. Initiative. Stash the treasure. Play Crystal Grotto. Scry. Bottom that. Tithing Blade. Counterspell. Make a bird. Sure. They're out of counterspells, right? That's it. Snuff out Killer Dude. Make another bird. Yep. Bolus. Reveals Agony Warp. Sure. Agony Warp. Uh-huh. Jukabog. Yep. Mm-hmm. Circle. This takes so long to choose because of all the clicking. But I think we can win before we clock out. So much clicking. I don't know. Is this a scumbag move or is it correct of them to do this? Like they basically can't win the game at this point except for clocking me. So, but at the same time, like it's not gonna. I don't have low enough amount of time on my clock for that to matter. Combat. I'm gonna attack with the skeleton to force their blocks. It means they have 2 less guys, and then I can at least. If they don't block, then their attacks are irrelevant. They'll still deck before I do. Sure. Tap, tap, tap. Goliath. Initiative. Final room. Let's do Troll. Now let's do the Glint Hawk. All right, bounce. Play this. Go. I mean, yeah, I'm drawing 2 cards a turn, but they're drawing 1 card a turn. They have 3 cards left in their deck, so it doesn't matter. Swing, 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 swing. Block, circle, circle. All right, damage. I'm not gonna have them take back the Monarch. It's fine. They'll still deck out before we will. We actually can't deck out because of Lembus. All right, Duress, Brainstorm, Dispel, Dispel. All right, over to them. They're trying to force your clock down. Yeah, it's fine. We still have enough time that it's not going to matter. I mean, at this point, they just shouldn't attack anymore. Like, all right, sure. Block this. All right, you can hit me and steal the Monarch back. Why is my clock going down? All right, back to you. So I just have to not die this turn, and then the Monarch will kill them. Block, 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 block. This is dealing 7. That's, once again, I have passed priority. Why is my clock still ticking down? All right. Oh, man. 4-1 with Orzhov Bounce. Well, the deck's good. Cards I disagree with is basically all of the one-ofs, except for Omen of the Dead. Omen of the Dead's good, but Cat, Suffocating Fumes, Tinker's Toe, this dude, these are all bad. Ichor Wellspring is not bad, but it's not as good as the other things you can play. So these are the cards I would look to cut. Sideboard seems fine. I'm not sure how good Okiba Gang Shinobi is. There's also a lot of games that get stolen by Thorn and Goliath Paladins, so I might want, like, Thorn instead of Okiba Gang or something. Also, this is a lot of bounce, a lot of lands that enter the battlefield tapped, which I was not really a fan of. And there's a lot of, like, this deck is very mana hungry. You want to be able to play a Glint Hawk and then bounce a thing and then play the thing again. You want to be able to play Thraben and crack the Clue. You want to bounce stuff with Core Skyfisher and play the stuff again. Maybe you need it for the amount of colors, though. But at that point, I'm inclined to just play more like Trolls or Ash Barons or something. Definitely better than Pestilence, gotta say that. Your media recommendation of the day is The Wire. This is a classic show, one of the best shows ever made. It is, on its face, a show about, you know, a cop procedural, right? You know, it's a police department. All the main characters are the police or criminals that they're investigating / colliding with. But in actuality, it's more about a show. It's a show that's more about hierarchical systems and corruption and incompetence in departments and how systemically flawed those kinds of things are. And it doesn't just focus on the police department and crime. It also focuses on many other aspects of how would I say this? How a city is run, from its education departments to its trade, shipping, etc. It starts off a little slow, but nonetheless, I would highly recommend the show. And with that, that is going to do it for Orzhov Bounce. We've been streaming for over 11 hours, and that's going to be it for the day. So if you showed up, I hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll come back.